Hey guys, it's Miley and I'm. Today, I'm gonna do a little chit chat get ready with me using my Estee Lauder Makeup Collection 2023. I'm doing a voiceover just because I feel like it was easier, but I think I'm gonna give you guys some life update because I haven't really talked about my life after graduating Waseda since a lot of my content was around Waseda and studying in Japan. I'm gonna just shift it over to just my regular life now. But so it's been a year and a little bit since I graduated, and to be honest, a lot has happened in this past year. After I graduated, I ended up traveling a lot until I started working at my 9-to-5 job. So I went to London, Singapore, Paris, Milan, London and Paris again, and I also went to New York for a month, and then also Seoul. So I did a lot of traveling in the few months. And I also went back to my family in DC and New York, so that was a lot of fun. And during those times, I did gain a little bit more of a following on my social media, so that also became a good source of income. And as a micro-influencer, I do make enough money so I could live a okay life. I don't make thousands of dollars every week or every day. I can make enough money to live in Japan. I don't know if that would sustain me anywhere else, but here in Japan, the cost of living is not that high if you kind of limit yourself. And I do live at home, so that helps with a lot of things. But as a micro-influencer in Japan, it's not difficult to live with just being an influencer. I have really bad anxiety, so I was like, okay, I don't think I can do this influencer job forever. I need a proper job where I sit down and do work. So that is why I went into corporate office environment. I was basically working as a corporate girl until October this year, but I decided that maybe that wasn't what I really wanted to do. So since October, it's only been a week, but I've been kind of figuring it out myself. I've been trying to get jobs by myself without being under a corporate environment, and it's been rough, but at the same time it's really gotten my stress away. I was really stressed out. If you've seen me throughout these couple of years, I suddenly lost a lot of weight this year, and I lost around 5 kilos, and I still weigh really underweight, and that's because I was really stressed. I didn't really change my lifestyle or anything, but I was just so stressed from the Japanese work environment. And it wasn't that I was working over hours, it was just more my surrounding was just not what I was capable of. One issue I had was, I guess, the gender gap here in Japan. I was the only girl out of all the new grads that went into my company. Being the only girl was fine, but they did treat me special, but not in a good way. They would say things to my coworkers, but then not to me because I'm a girl, but that's really normal still here in Japan. It's kind of sad. They're a little bit behind on things, but it's just I need to adjust to that, and also they need to adjust to the world, but that doesn't happen overnight. That was what I really struggled with the most. Being sexually harassed was, I guess, normal, but I was never the target because they knew I was strong and I would say something, and I would always say something if I felt uncomfortable. Seeing other coworkers being harassed was just really stressing me out. I was always in an environment in high school and middle school and elementary school. If someone was getting bullied, that would be a huge issue. But here in Japan, being bullied is kind of normal. That does continue on when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s. These old men were still bullying women for being women, and it was just dreading to just watch it, not be able to say anything. And even if I were to say something, it would usually be shut down by, oh, but that's just the way it is here. And it was really, really stressful for me because I've been in a rigorous environment of work culture and everything, and that part was fine, but it was just so dreading, and I was just really stressed out not being able to say anything and not being able to speak out for them, and it just kind of hurt myself as well. I was very mentally sick for these past 4 months, I guess. My last few weeks at work, I did talk to my boss and, everyone I was close to at work, and I told them like, hey, like this is how I was feeling. When I talk about it now, it breaks my heart because some people just think it's so normal to be in this certain circumstance, but it's really not normal. And I feel like a lot of people in the Japanese workforce think it's totally normal to be oppressed by someone, but it's really not. And I think I made some of my coworkers realize that by me quitting my job, and they didn't really understand it until I told them like, hey, do you not feel uncomfortable? Like they were just hiding all these feelings they had, for years. And then until like this young new graduate told them like, hey, this is not normal, they didn't realize or they didn't want to speak up about it. And that really hurt my feelings for them as well as for myself. I didn't want to become someone like that. And that's kind of the reason why I became a freelance girl. It's tough being alone, not being able to have, a company back you up. But it's totally fine. I'm still under an agency for modeling. They've helped me all the time since I was in college. Yeah, so that was what I was been up to these past few months. That's also kind of why I lost a lot of weight. So I did not do anything when it comes to like working out or eating made me lose weight or anything. It was just pure stress, change of environment. I still haven't regained my weight back, but I'm trying to rebuild muscle so I can eat more because I did struggle with eating a lot as well because, I don't know, I guess I was stressed. I never experienced this before. I've never been like a super outgoing person. I don't like drinking. I don't like going out, so I've stayed at home a lot of times. But this was the first time that I'm really sick from being mentally dreaded and tired and everything. I feel like I did give myself too much stress. I love to work. I guess I could say I'm pretty much a workaholic. I love to work. I love to like try my best. That did kind of kill my vibe, I guess. But on a good note, I'm feeling great now. I'm more lively than ever. I love what I do right now, and I'm very, very happy I am where I am, and thanks to you guys, I can live. So yeah, but hopefully I'll be posting more content since I'm more free and more flexible with my time. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you on my next video. Also, the products I used are linked. Bye!